at the moment, which is exactly where he started, but he's gone with Bjorndalen and closed down a little time. Number 20, Krasimir Anef, coming to the top of the climb, just ahead of Kazar.
Look at Svensson, how many he's passed there. He's passed all of that group, not easy to pass.
Yeah, but it takes a lot of effort to make places, particularly on the first loop where it's so bunched up. Maybe better to be a little bit patient. Just wait until there's space and you can get through at the top of the climbs and at the bottom of the hills.
It's a tight track when you look at the space left and right, and the centre part of the track has mostly been skied in. Jakub Fak there realising that it's about the shooting. I don't think he's stressing himself on this first part of the track. Bernbacher, on the other hand, he's definitely skiing above his normal pace to stay with Martin Fourcade.
Freddie Pinter leading the two Russians up the climb, and that's Alexei Burf. He's had a really good season, hasn't he? He a little bit rusty in the first race of the year, but second, sixth and ninth since that individual in Östersund, and Burf having the best start to a season that he's ever had. And very interesting to see that the French are now not just all about Martin Fourcade.
Yeah, and I think the Fourcade effect is going through the team. They train with him. They use him as their pace setter on their 10-day training camps throughout the summer. The wind today is slightly kinder. It was very strong from the left and front of the range. You can see the flags just fluttering gently from the left today. 14 of the best athletes, 107 raced yesterday, 14 shot the perfect score, but that was in 10 shots. I doubt we'll see more than 3 of the best 60 today hitting 20 out of 20. Bernbacher will shoot faster than Martin Fourcade, I'm quite sure, but he's taking a long time building his position.
Well, that's a solid start. 5 down, 15 to go for Bernbacher, but no mistake from Martin Fourcade, and the two leaders come out side by side, just as they did out of their starting blocks. Jakub Fak taking an absolute age to get the first target down. I guess his instructions are to make sure.
Nobody wants to miss the slightly more wind, Patrick, further left from lane 16 to 30.
Well, he's got all 5, so you can't complain there. And I guess you have to say good patience to Jakub Fak there. Pinter gets 4 out of 5. Last one misses. Yustogoff is in trouble. Makiviev will move up positions, but look at the name 3 from the bottom. Ole Einar Bjorndalen is away, 5 out of 5, and he's already gained 5 or 6 places. We'll wait and see where he is, but he started in 16th position. He's up to 5th already. Astonishing stuff, and he's only 34 seconds behind, so he's made a 10-second gain on the two leaders, as well as gaining 10 places. Great start. Let's hope that he keeps it going.
Outstanding, and without a doubt, Bjorndalen was the most daring there. He shot so fast, and with that comes a lot of risk, but he managed to get the 5 targets. Julian Eberhardt, incredibly, he's won 3 cups at the 3 titles in the 10 kilometre at the IBU Cup, and he was the 2nd fastest ski time, but unfortunately Eberhardt is going to miss 2 first time in, and I think that shows the level of the IBU Cup. When Eberhardt comes into the World Cup and sets the 2nd fastest ski time, it shows that the 2nd division is a very high division.
Well, a good start. You can see the leading positions. Still no space between Bernbacher and Fourcade, the two leaders. Well, you rejoin us at the halfway stage of the 2nd of 5 laps in this men's pursuit, and already the tension is building. The crowd seeing that there have been a few movers and shakers. No real change at the front. Martin Fourcade happy to lead the way. Bjornbacher of Germany happy to stick in 2nd place. These two are out on their own at the moment, and last time we saw they had a 20-second lead over Jakub Fak of Slovenia, who took an age to shoot but did make sure of the 5 targets. Makiviev has gone well, but the biggest shaker in the top 10 is Ole Einar Bjorndalen. He's gone from 16 to 5, and Svensson, Mike, missed a target, but has still gained 9 places, so he's not out of it quite yet. Karl-Johan Bergman, disappointing start from him, 7th down to 15th, and Freddie Pinter of Austria, 1 miss has put him from 4th all the way down to 14th, so that's how quickly it can change in this game of pursuit biathlon.
It's brilliant. I love this race. It allows for the strong mindset to keep it calm on the range. Look at Björn Dahlen, he's having a great day.
Well, he's not using the skate 2 up this steep climb, but dancing his way up, trying to defy his ears, and that's an impressive start from him. I hope he can keep it going, Mike. But I can just see the scenario coming where he gets level with Fourcade and Birnbacher, but he doesn't have anything left on the final lap.
That's the risk, that is the risk. But there again, of course, Martin Fourcade is pushing at his highest intensity. Birnbacher sticking in behind him. Possibly Birnbacher may feel the build-up, the lactic pain in his legs on the last couple of laps.
Yeah, just off your head, how many of the top 10 in this race, the first 10 starters, do you think have won World Cups? Without looking at the sheet.
Probably only about 5 of them.
Well, it's 8. 8 have won World Cups, so it just shows that the victories do get shared around. But Martin Fourcade has more than anyone else combined in that group of 8 athletes. He's got 16 wins, but Ole Einar Bjorndalen has more wins in this discipline than Fourcade. In fact, I think he has twice as many wins in the pursuit than Fourcade has in any discipline.
It's incredible. Well, that's right. Björn Dahlen has won pursuit races in his career at World Cup and Olympic Games, World Championships on 37 occasions. He is the master of the pursuit. Yes, he's been around longer than any of the rest. And I think Svensson's on 27 victories overall, but now Svensson working his way into the top 15.
Good work from Svensson. Number 12 coming through is Freddie Lindström, a man who got his first victory last year, and that's really when we started to realise that the Swedish were a big threat in the relay events, and of course they've always been dangerous in the mixed relay until, of course, this year when they've lost a couple of their big names on the women's side. Thanks for the emails that have come in already. We'll give you the email address that we're using throughout the season. One coming in from Wombat, which is all the way from Australia, obviously, saying give a shout for their man, who is, of course, Alexei Almakov, who got himself into 58th position yesterday. He has started. We'll try and track him, let you know how he's getting on. None of the British skiers getting through to this final. Lee Jackson missing too many targets in yesterday's sprint to have a chance of finishing in the top 60, which he did achieve in Östersund last weekend. Now, the leading 2, they both went 5 with 5 on the first shoot. This is the second and last time in the prone position. And the advantage already switching to Germany. Birnbacher a little bit unsettled, and he misses number 4. The wind playing its part in this race, and a worried look on Martin Fourcade. That's the first time he's missed 2 so far this year.
Just think, the psychology changes completely for Martin Fourcade now. He's going to be in the mix, depending on how fat Björn Dahlen, Makovev do on the range.
Jakob Fack, 5 out of 5 first time, and the same second time round. He is going to move into the lead, and his patience has really paid off. Björn Dahlen misses number 5, and a huge opportunity goes begging there. Now it's Anton Shapulin who could move up into the top 3, along with his teammate Makoviev and Malishko. 4 out of 4. He's taking his time, but he's made sure of them. That's absolutely the way to do it in these windy conditions.
It is. Jean-Philippe Legelik showing that his victory in Sweden was not just a one-off. He's still constantly so strong on the range.
Karl-Johan Bergman dropped places on the first shoot with a miss, and he's gone and missed again. So I think Bergman's going to be struggling to make the top 15 after the second shoot. You can see the positions. It is all changed at the halfway stage of the men's pursuit. Fack now leads for Slovenia. Birnbacher, having paid a loop, has still managed to come out in second position. Good skiing from him. Shapulin 3, Makoviev 4, Malishko, Martin Fourcade dropped from first down into 6th position. position with those 2 misses. Legelik's up into 8th. Bjorn Dahlen, he's gone from 16th up to 4th, back down to 9th. A little bit of a yo-yo performance from him. He needs to make the next 10 targets if he wants to win today. And Christiansen, Mike, I know we're sort of focusing a lot on the Norwegians, but they have some exciting athletes in there. Christiansen's the youngster coming through, sitting in 12th at the moment.
And I think most notably Christensen, he's one of only a few who've hit 10 out of 10 so far. I think the more difficult standing coming next after the 2.5 kilometre ski.
Well, there are the top 10, still only 39 seconds separating the top 10, and when they started today's race there was 34 seconds between the top 10, so the leaders have not managed to open up a substantial gap as yet. Here is the man who started number 1, Andries Bjørnbakke, but he finds himself trailing Jakob Falk. Now, Jakob Falk, a very, very quick skier indeed. His prone shooting hasn't been bad over the last 2 seasons. The stand, if he's got a weakness, it is the standing shoot. So victory is far from assured for the Slovenian as yet. Bjørnbakke confident after his victory yesterday, sits in 2nd. But there's a Russian train coming, Mike. Shapulin, Makoviev and Malishko in 3, 4 and 5. And while we're on the Russians, Maxim Shudov, an email coming in from Frank and Laura, I think it was, saying, where is Maxim? I think he might be racing on the IBU Cup at the moment. We'll check that.
I think he is. He took a year out. He was so upset, disappointed with his own performances. He kept getting upset about his shooting performances. Took a year out, but he is back, trying to get back into the Olympic team. Tough team now, the Russians. The top 30, Patrick. Russia have 6 athletes in today's race. Austria 3, France 3, the Czech Republic are doing well with 3. Then we have 4 nations who have only 2 in the top 30, but Russia certainly, as a team, very strong.
Well, here you see